Hi everyone, thank you so much for checking the YouTube episode. I'm Hiromi, I'm the study abroad advisor at Kirkwood Community College. So here at Kirkwood, we have many study abroad programs, and actually those are designed by our professors. Today we have Mike as a guest, and he has taken students to different countries before, and also taken students to Italy this summer in 2023. So Mike, do you want to introduce yourself to our audience and then kind of explain where you have taken students to before?
Sure. Hi, I'm Mike Barshis. I'm a culinary arts instructor here at Kirkwood. I've been teaching here since 2015. And, previously I have some experience with this Italy program that we're going on this summer. I was a shadow on this program in 2019. Mm-hmm. So it's been 4 years now.
Yeah.
But that was actually the last study abroad program that we have done due to COVID. So this is really exciting
Yeah.
to get to go again.
Yeah. Right.
But so 2019, I got to be the shadow. We go to Florence. We work with a partner school there called Florence University of the Arts. Mm-hmm. And our students take culinary classes and culture classes. And ever since then, I've just been excited to go back mm-hmm. and lead the program myself. So right. We had some plans mm-hmm. in 2020 to go to Japan, and that got canceled, of course.
Yeah.
And then we actually had Florence planned again for 2021, and that got canceled. And then 2022, we were going to go to Japan again, and that still got canceled. So this is we're keeping on our schedule and heading back to Italy this summer, and I think it's a go this time, right? So.
Okay. Yes. Okay, great. Thank you so much. So I would like to know why you decided to take students to study abroad program.
Well, there's quite a few reasons. After starting here in 2015, our program does a study abroad every year, and so I got to see. Let's see, I think the first year that I got here, our students went to Spain, mm-hmm. Got to hear about that program. And then the second year, 2017, let's see, I don't remember all the dates. 2017, we went to Italy for the first time.
Okay.
And I kind of knew those students at that point and got to see my office mate actually led that trip. So I got to hear all about that. And just, every year I was like, I want to do this. This looks great. And seeing the students come back and how excited they were and how much they learned, I felt like this was something I wanted to be a part of and needed to be a part of.
Definitely, yeah.
And for me, just personally, I didn't do study abroad when I was in college. And I feel like that's one of my regrets, if I have one. Like, I wish I had. And now seeing that how much these students are getting out of these programs, I felt like this was my chance to, get those students involved and do it for myself. And that's why I really wanted to be a part of this. And luckily I have a supportive family that doesn't, that I can be away for 3 weeks and we can still survive. So
awesome.
It's good.
Yeah. Okay. Thank you so much. So I would like to know then how you create a program and then run it. If you can kind of explain to us.
Sure. We have a few different long-running programs through the department. Yeah. We have a relationship with a school in Spain. We have a relationship with a school in Japan. And then this relationship since 2017 with the school in Italy. Mm-hmm. So some of those programs were already running when I got here. Okay. So we just kind of reintroduce or reach out to the schools that we've met with before. Yeah. And we kind of just redo the program with any updates that we want to do. So
that's nice.
It's nice to have those resources. Yeah. But I was actually a little bit part of starting this Italy program in 2017. Shortly after I got here, I think it was the summer of 2016, I took students to Chicago to the big National Restaurant Association show. Okay. And we actually met a representative from the Florence University there. and that was the first time we had met in person, and
Yeah.
we kind of like, that was sort of the kickoff to our relationship and
Right.
starting the program. So
Yeah.
so that was fun that I just happened to be there for that.
That's good. It's like you don't know when and how you can create that kind of connection, right?
Yeah, and then, so now I feel I've known these chefs and instructors from Florence for 6 years now almost.
Okay,
Because
that's
I've
great.
met them multiple times.
Yeah.
And we actually had one of them come to our school,
Oh.
maybe 2018, somewhere in that time frame. He came and did a demonstration for our students in the auditorium
Yeah.
and made risotto for all the students. And
Yeah. Yeah.
So we're keeping a close relationship with them as fun. I mean, we're all friends on Instagram and stuff.
That's fun.
So I see their pictures all the time. And so this, for that program, that's really nice to have that relationship.
Yeah, for sure.
But in general, I think one of the big things is we teach international cuisine class as part of our curriculum.
Okay.
So we try to kind of map our global trips
Okay.
to go along with that to some extent. So
Okay.
in international cuisine, we have a Japan section, an Italy section, a Spain section, a Caribbean section,
Okay.
and we've been to Cuba in the Caribbean, we've been to Japan, we've been to Spain, we've been to Italy. So we kind of
Interesting.
try to tie those together.
Yeah.
And then actually, for the Italy section in that class now, we're actually using techniques and recipes that we've brought back from Italy.
Oh, that's so
like some
cool.
extra
Yeah.
tips on how to make fresh pasta and things like that.
Wow.
We're actually using the recipe from the chefs we learned in Italy. So
Nice.
yeah,
It's kind of then like study abroad is kind of like an extension of the class that you have, international cuisine class.
it is for us. It really ties together.
Nice.
And then
Okay.
I think we just kind of look for cuisine, I guess, or for countries that would be interesting to our students that we feel, and then just start searching around for resources and connections within those countries. Oftentimes it's easy, like somebody from here knows somebody from there, and you just kind of make these connections. I don't remember how the connection with FUA started, but now it's very strong, and and they have connections all over the world, so we can play off of them if we need to. They actually just opened another branch in South Korea.
Oh, really?
So they're teaching Italian cuisine in Korea.
Oh.
So we're talking with them a little bit, like maybe we should go there next time and check that out.
And then Korean dish.
Yeah, and learn Korean
fun.
culture and Italian food. I don't know how we mix that together, but it sounds fun.
All right. By the way, so I'm curious, kind of like how students who want to work in a restaurant or work as chef in the future. So what do they learn in this program? What are the content of the program?
Oh, geez, I feel like they take so much home with them from this program. That was the first thing that jumped out at me in 2017 before I actually got to go. Just seeing the students that came back and how much they had learned. And, some of the students still had classes to take, like a second year with us. So just seeing them in the labs and in the classes, like they were kind of like leaps and bounds ahead of the other students sometimes with how much knowledge they had gained in just those 3 weeks. And, they were always trying to incorporate the techniques that they had brought back with them.
Yeah. Wow. So when they go study abroad, they're going to learn like those techniques because they're going to be in kitchen, right?
This is it's kind of a unique program. We're not just going and traveling around and seeing the sites and culture. Like they're enrolled in class when they're there.
Right.
So they take 3 weeks of Italian traditions of Italian food, which is their kind of advanced level Italian foods class.
Okay.
And they're in class every day, the whole time we're there.
Yeah.
And then they're taking a culture class 4 days a week where they're learning little bits about the language and history and popular culture and all kinds of interesting stuff.
Yeah.
Italian movies and music. And
wow.
And then they take us on little walking tours around the city and see the historical sites. Because Florence obviously is a historical city. one of the students that went the first time, I remember when he came back, he said, when you walk out your door in the morning, it feels like you're literally walking out into a museum every day.
Yeah,
And
that's so beautiful.
It's so true.
Yeah.
Like, it's just amazing to walk down the street and be like, oh, there's a Michelangelo or there's a Donatello right on the wall. And
Wow.
yeah, the history is just is mind-blowing, really. Like,
Yeah.
you know, we think of things here as like, oh, my house is 100 years old. That's amazing. Like, but there, it's like, well, this chapel is 1,000 years old. Like,
Wow.
it's just the scale is quite something, and then they preserve that culture and that history for that whole time too.
Yeah.
Especially with their food, like you feel like they're still eating foods today that they were eating 600 years ago.
Yeah.
But I think
Yeah.
the students really get a lot out of that. They see this tradition and the focus on technique and getting things just right. Like, it may be very simple, but the fact that you have to pay attention to the recipe and make it just so, I think is a great learning experience for our students.
Yeah.
Because they're so used to just, well, I'm going to look up a recipe on TikTok or whatever and, you know, just kind of make it on the fly. But they've been doing this for so long that they've perfected the recipes, if there is such a thing.
Wow.
So it kind of gives them some focus, I think, which is good.
In program, like, students learn that food is not just food, but it's so much more. It's about history. It's about culture.
Yeah,
it's
exactly.
about lifestyle.
It's a very eye-opening experience for a lot of these students.
Wow.
And even myself, like, just to be part of that.
Yeah.
I feel
How
like
is it
I
like
learned
for
a
you?
lot.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, like, I talk about some of the recipes we brought back that we're actually teaching in our classes. But I feel like, you know, it's been 4 years since I've been to Italy.
Yeah.
But I still talk about it in class, you know, at least once a week.
Yeah.
Right? I say, oh, when we were in Italy, we did this, and the chefs did this. And so,
Wow.
you know, it's my screensaver on my laptop is still pictures from Italy. So I think it affected me in some way, right?
Yeah. That's nice. That's nice because you wanted to go study abroad. Now you're leading program, and you feel like you're doing study abroad with the students.
Exactly.
Too.
I learned so much from myself just being there, and then just the students that have come back and graduated from our program.
Yeah.
The successes that I've seen them have, not just locally but around the country, are pretty amazing. Like, these students that have come through this program, in particular, you know, I've got at least 4 students that are local, that are kind of high up restaurant positions in Cedar Rapids and Iowa City.
Wow.
You know, I've got a chef de cuisine here and a sous chef over there and a lead baker over there. And, you know, these are all students that have gone through this program.
Wow.
And I was mentioning I had another student that went with me last time. You know, he was not a great student while he was here. You know, he was kind of goofy and didn't take things super seriously. But then once he went on this trip, he has really, like, matured, if there's the word for it, I guess. And he's now leading pasta production at this high volume restaurant in Atlanta, Georgia, which is pretty amazing. And,
Wow.
just the really being successful, and I feel like they've gotten a lot of that
Yeah.
just from the experience of going to Italy. So
For sure.
I think it's very visible, like what they've gotten out of this trip. So
Right. That's so nice to hear. Yeah.
So I think that's what made me believe in it so much when I first went in 2019. Like, ever since then, I've just been pushing, like, we have to go back.
Yeah.
We have to keep our students going. Like, I think we decided that we would make this an every other year trip and just kind of keep it on the schedule always, because it's such a good experience.
Yeah.
Whereas before this trip came along, we were just kind of trying to figure out where we would go every year.
Yeah.
And it was sort of like, well, if this is available, we'll go there, or this is available, we'll go there. But now we have this as set, like, every 2 years we're going to Italy.
Yep. That's so
I would love
nice.
to make it every year, but
Yeah, nice. So are you planning to go back to Japan?
Yes. So Japan is definitely.
Yes.
We'd like to get that back on the. It's actually been since 2014 was when we went last to Japan.
Oh, wow.
So this will be 10 years next year.
Wow, Japan has changed quite a lot. I
Yeah.
think.
So we're still going to work with the same school. It's we've been in contact with them here and there for the last 10 years, but I think they're excited to have us back. And we're
for
certainly
sure.
excited to go.
Yeah, I'm from Japan, so I'm very excited for students.
Yeah, I'm excited to work with you on that.
Yeah.
Give us some good tips. And
Yeah, awesome. Of course, of course. Okay. Is there anything you would like to add about like some outcomes you've observed?
Oh, I just think for any professors or faculty that are looking to lead a program or even just experience a program as a shadow, just to go do it. It's a great experience. You'll learn a lot from it. And it's, we tell our students to get out of their comfort zone a little bit. So I think that applies to faculty too. Right. Maybe it's a little nervous or not sure what you want to do.
Yeah.
But just to do it, and I think you'll be happy that you did.
Yeah, you're gonna get most out of it for sure. All right. Anything else you want to add? Any final message?
No, I can't really think of anything. I'm just getting really excited for our trip.
Oh yes.
I know we're going to be booking tickets here very soon, and so it's getting closer.
Yeah.
Getting all the details.
You're taking 12 students.
12 students right now, so that looks great. They're all excited about it.
Yeah, for sure. That's awesome.
So
thank you so much, Mike. So I would love to know more about how the program goes this summer. But thank you so much for being here today.
Yes, thank you.
Yeah, thank you, everyone.
Bye.